Every night last week, I went to that dresser, pulled out my clothes before I got in bed. I did this not to try to be more productive or more on top of things in a checking the box off manner, but because I wanted to see what would change about my morning routine and how I was treating myself instead of rushing. If you want to know one thing about me, I hate to be rushed. So it was an experiment, and I think it went well. One of the nights I actually forgot to film, and you'll see that. But for the most part, I did really well. I remembered, and I have a few insights from it. Truly, I thought this would save me time in the morning, that it would be a little bit more about the efficiency of starting my morning routine. But what I was surprised to find was how little it was about time and how much it was about my brain. So today I want to share some of those insights with you. If you're new here, I'm Kay, a wife, a mom, accountability coach, and a photographer. I wear a lot of hats in my life, and I created my soft season because I am on a healing journey from 13 years of hustle culture where I hit burnout hard. And I am being kinder with myself and gentler with my goals. And if you need a soft place to land where everyone isn't telling you to go hard or go home, then this is the place for you.
All right, friends, it is night one, setting my clothes out before I go to bed to see if it helps my week. I have to make my bed before I can go to bed, but I have a shame shirt, I have a bra and a tank top, and, whoops, forgot the pants, and they have leggings. Tomorrow is a home day. The babysitter is coming in the afternoon because I have work calls. I will be playing with the children in the morning, recording a YouTube video, and then doing my work calls. So I don't need anything fancy. And yeah, here's to hoping I wake up, put this on, and have a good day.
So I had 3 major insights in laying out my clothes over the course of a week. I truly believed that it was something that I didn't need to do because typically I'm in cozy clothes. It's easy to grab them. But the first insight I had was that there were actually fewer micro decisions. Yes, maybe the macro decision was that I want cozy clothes, but the micro decision is what kind? Do I want to wear black sweatpants or black leggings? Do I want a pullover hoodie or a zip up?
Night two, we have sweatshirt, we have bralette type thing, and cozy pants for a day at home.
And not having to choose these decisions in the morning, but doing it the night before actually freed up a lot of my mental space to then start choosing other decisions. I'm sure you've heard about this. I've heard about this before. Steve Jobs always wearing the same outfit. Mark Zuckerberg wearing a black t-shirt, gray t-shirt? I don't know. He wears the same t-shirt all the time. By avoiding decision fatigue early in the morning, you're freeing up that mental space to make potentially more important decisions because you get to wake up and think, wow, that decision was already made for me.
All right, night three, mama sweatshirt, bra, black leggings, and socks. Tomorrow we have to run some errands, and I have online therapy. Otherwise, we will be trying to play outside in the backyard, maybe at the playground if it's not rainy. So once again, nothing special, but hopefully this helps me just get out of bed, get into my clothes, so we can get out of the house in a timely manner to run some errands.
And because of this, insight number 2, mornings actually felt gentler. And my whole journey right now is about finding ways to be kinder and gentler with myself. And this made mornings gentler because my mornings felt less rushed. Even though nothing technically changed, I was still wearing the same clothes, still having the same mornings. I didn't feel like I had to hop up and get dressed before the babysitter came and make those decisions. I didn't have to think, oh, we have to run out and do that errand today, and I have to get the kids both dressed and I have to get myself dressed. It was just get up, get dressed in the clothes that were sitting right here at the bottom of my bed, and then move into the next part of the morning without rushing through myself.
Did I forget to film last night before hopping into bed? Why, yes. Yes, I did. Did I lay out my clothes? Also, yes. Super cozy. Ignore my husband's open drawer over there. My neck is so sore from all the workouts that I have been doing, and I knew we weren't going anywhere today because my camera is coming back to me. It went out to be repaired. It is out for delivery, and so I'm paranoid I'm gonna miss the signature, and I am just waiting for it. So we are not going anywhere. So I have my comfort hoodie, my comfort pants. Today is all about comfort.
But the third insight, which I found very fascinating, and I kind of expected to potentially run across this, is it revealed what I actually wear. I have a full closet. I have a full dresser. I have a sweater bin over here. And one of my 34 for 34 goals is to declutter half my closet because I know that there are fantasy items in there that I wish I was that person who wore them. There are things that I have not worn since before I had babies that I probably shouldn't be hanging on to. And by having to choose my clothes every night for a week and decide in the moment that I had the time to think about it, what I actually felt comfortable in and wanted to wear, whether I was leaving the house or staying home, I realized that I was dressing for the life that I want to live. I want to live in gentle, cozy, calm clothing, especially in the winter. I think this will be really fascinating to do in the summer because I do believe that I dress slightly different in the summer. I wear more sundresses, but again, it's that easy flowing, what's comfortable, what doesn't have a weird texture. Why am I keeping some of these clothes that don't fit that brief? So by laying out my clothes every night, when I had space to think about how I wanted to feel the next morning, I truly put together almost a capsule wardrobe, which you can see in the clips that are very neutral. There's a lot of black. I love black clothing, and I feel content not being the perfectly polished, colorful person wearing jeans and button up cardigans with necklaces and statement jewelry. That's not me. And that was a great insight to see that when I had the time and the choice, I chose comfy. And I was happy every day in what I wore. And I felt totally content with the week of clothes I picked out. And I think this is going to do great things for me heading into my closet declutter soon.
It's the last night. I have sports bra, black crop t-shirt, cozy sweatpants. Because you know why? Because tomorrow I just have my little man. My daughter is at her in-laws for a sleepover. She will be delivered back to me at some time in the afternoon. And my first goal is to get a workout done, which is why we are starting with a sports bra, and then being cozy for the rest of the day. And I'm sorry if this has been boring. I don't do a ton that I need to get dressed up for. I'm a mom of toddlers, and this is what I'm comfortable in, especially right now in the winter. But really, I'm excited to put this out tonight because this morning I woke up and for a split second I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear today. And then I remembered at the end of my bed, there was a pile of clothes waiting for me, and I didn't have to think about it. I just got into them, and then we went to my in-laws. It was a fantastic morning. So thanks for being with me on this journey. I'll see you in the recap, I suppose. Back to me.
So overall, this wasn't about discipline and forcing myself to do something every night before I got in bed. It wasn't about adding pressure to my evening routine or even forcing me to wear what I picked out the next day if it didn't fit, which, spoiler alert, it did feel good and fit my day every time. But it totally fit with what I've been trying to do in this soft season in being kinder with myself. Because I took the time to put myself first in the evenings so that mornings I wasn't rushing, I could get dressed, I could spend that small amount of time prioritizing myself before having to go get two little humans dressed. And I felt that in doing that, I wasn't making myself do more. I wasn't adding to my evening routine. I truly was setting myself up for a gentler morning. I'm just in a season where my energy is so low, especially right now, my Hashimoto's is flaring. And I thought this would be a fun little challenge to do, something to test out, maybe tweak it a bit to actually add into my evening routine. And after doing it for 7 days, I have continued to do it, which is kind of exciting because that means that it's something that's truly helping me. And if you're in a season where your energy feels limited as well, small shifts like this in your own routine can be very helpful. Don't be afraid to make a small shift. We don't need something huge. We don't need something that changes everything. If you can change one piece of a routine to make it slightly softer and easier for you, especially in low energy, then you'll feel the difference, I promise. Your life, hopefully, will feel a little bit lighter like mine does now. Thanks for being here today, and I'll see you in the next one.